Hey everyone, this is Larry. Welcome back to Today I Feel Like. FreeWell sent me 3 packs of filters. We have a standard day pack, a bright day pack, and a long exposure ND1000 filter for the DJI Action 2. So we're gonna go ahead, unbox the filters, see what comes inside, and then we're gonna test it out on here, and I'll tell you what I wanna do with these filters because, well, they're basically like sunglasses for your camera, and I have a way that I want to use them. So let's jump into it, check them out, see what comes in, and then try them out. Here we go. All right, let's go ahead and jump into this. And let's go ahead with the middle. Let's try let's take a look at the long exposure ND1000 filter for the DJI Action 2 because, well, this one sort of looks interesting to me. So we can see here, we're gonna get a ND1000 filter in there. We can see on the side it says long exposure ND1000 filter. There's a QR code, and yeah, that's about it there. So let's go ahead and open this up and just cut through that package a little bit, see if we can get this out of here. And let's see what's gonna come inside with it. Just throw that off to the side. Now it does say on here that this is part of their 4K series, so this is gonna work if you're shooting 4K video. You're still gonna have good resolution so that you don't have to worry about your image being degraded here. So it looks like I'm gonna have to sort of rip this box open to get into it. So let's get that over there. And we can see here there's gonna be a little pack in there. Oh, nice. They're gonna give us a couple of FreeWell stickers. We're gonna have some video tutorials we can use. I believe this is a little lens cleaning cloth that we can use there. And then we have a little pamphlet with some of their other products in there that they're showing. So, all right, set that off over there and take that plastic off, get that off. And this is the filter right here. So that is the ND1000 filter. Let's see if I can get that out of there. And I think I just touched it. I did, just got a big old smudge on it. See if we can get that off there. So yeah, just a big old smudge right away. It was sort of hard to get out of there. All right, so this is the filter as we can see, and it works magnetically. So the way it's gonna work is you're just gonna have your camera right there. You're just gonna set it right there, just like that, and it's going to fit on there. As you can see, it doesn't really add any size or weight to the camera at all. It's very, very nice. You barely even know. If you just saw this like that, you wouldn't even really recognize that there's a filter on it too much because, like from the side there, because it just is so flush with everything. It seems really, really nice. So yeah. Now this one's gonna be for really long exposures, so we may get an opportunity to try that out. But let's go ahead and let's take a look at the standard day pack on here and next and see what this is going to look like. And now one of the reasons why I actually want to try these filters is because I love doing time lapses, and time lapses with the DJI Action 2 have been a little disappointing because they don't because the camera doesn't add any motion blur in there. So you have to actually have real true organic blurring by dragging your shutter. So you have to have your shutter speed nice and slow and drag your shutter in order to get any motion blur. And so the only way you can really do that if you're in bright daylight is to put a ND filter onto your lens, over your lens, so that you can actually go ahead and block the amount of light that's coming in here. So it looks like here we are. We're gonna get first of all, we're gonna get 3 different filters on here. We're going to get an ND8 right here. This is going to be the least amount of filtration there, I guess you want to say. And then we are also going to get a ND. Let's see, what is this? This is an ND16, I believe. So this is going to be an ND16. And again, pop that right on the camera, no issues at all, and pop it right on off when you're done. And then we are going to have a ND32 here. This is the ND32 right here. And inside, just inside on the bottom part right here, it actually says which lens it is. So it's a little tough to see. Let me see if I can actually get in there close enough that you can see it. But you may see right there it says ND32. So yeah, all right. But let's go ahead and you can again just drop that right on right on your camera, and you're good to go. Now the last one that's going to come on here that you're going to get. Oops, you can see there's magnets right there on the corner to hold this case shut, which is kind of cool. So the last one here is the circular polarizer. So you can put that on there, and let's see if we can get that snapped right on in there. This one actually, yeah, this one doesn't seem to want to snap on there very well. The magnets on this one are really, really weak. So as you can see that one, yeah, that's not awe-inspiring right there. Let's see. It fits a little bit. Yeah, I guess it fits a little bit better like that. Okay, maybe it was just a fit in the wrong direction there, because when I fit it like that, yeah, it wasn't fitting very well at all. This way it fits much better. Okay, so it looks like it's fitting well there. Now, on the edges here, you'll see there's that little groove. You'll see there's a little circle in there, and this is so that you can actually adjust this. And there is a little hashtag on the filter itself there. So let me zoom in a little bit. You may see this little hashtag right there, and this is going to allow you to turn that and know exact sort of where you are, and have a starting point so that you can always sort of get back to where you are. But this is going to help you do things like reduce reflections. So if you're shooting through windows, or if you're like glass or something, or you're shooting water, and you want to be able to have that reflection removed, you can use this to help do that. So that's going to come in real handy, especially for people who are doing some sort of water sports or something. So yeah. All right. Well, that is the standard day pack there. And let's set that off to the side. And again, the standard day pack, it says it comes with an ND8, ND16, ND32, and the CPL, which is these circular polarizing filters. So inside here, again, we're going to get, I believe, much of the same. We're going to get a filter guide, and then we're going to get some stickers and a cleaning cloth there. So, all right, let's stick that over there. We have one last one to get into here. This is the Bright Day Pack, and the Bright Day Pack is probably the one that I would recommend for most people. Now, unless you need a circular polarizer, I'm going to recommend this pack right here, and that is because you can see it comes with an ND8, an ND16, an ND32, and an ND64. So if you don't need something if you don't want to have a filter like a long exposure filter like an ND1000, but you still need some seriously bright light filtering, then I think this will be the case. This will be the best one, because you'll be able to get that nice bright light going. Bright light filtering going with the ND30, well, any of them really, but you'll have all the way up to ND64 if need be. So, yeah. All right, let's go ahead and get these out of here. And it looks like these are stacked up a little weird. Look at that. That's odd. Those weren't actually in their proper place. So let's put them in their place and see how those go. And let's see. So anyways, we'll start off here. This one is going to be the ND64 PL. And so let's see if we can get that on there. Let's see. There we go. So that's going to be it. And this is going to be I believe this, the PL is going to be a polarizing lens there. But you can see how dark that is in there. As soon as you put it on, you can't even see the lens opening anymore. So yeah, just put that right on, and boom, it just covers it all up. So yeah, that's the 64 right there. Let's go ahead and set that off to the side and put that right there. And then this is going to be the 32 PL right there, so we can so that we can get this on there. And it seems like I've found that with these ones, with the circular part, with the adjustment, you want the FreeWell at the top of the camera there, and that's where you're going to get the proper alignment for the magnets there. So anyways, that's the 32. And I guess these are all PLs. So you have the, let's see, this is going to be the ND, this is the ND16. So let's get that on there. Let's get that on there properly. So that's the ND16 right there. And then last but not least, we also have the Indy 8. So we can, let's see if we can get this in there. So these all have their foam cutouts. You just need to make sure you get them in there properly. They're meant to be in there and sort of stiff so they stay in place. So anyways, that's the Indy 8 right there as well. So, all right. We have all three different types. We have the bright daylight, the standard daylight, and then the Indy 1000. I'm only going to take the bright daylight with me because, well, I don't need the Indy 1000 right now, and I feel like I really see like the Indy. I'm gonna take them with. I'll try them. I'm gonna play with them. I'm gonna see what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just sort of play with them, try them out, see which one works best for me, and then I'm gonna show you the difference it makes when you're using these filters doing a time lapse, a daytime time lapse versus not having them. So let's just get out there, try them out, have some fun with them. Here we go. All right, so I'm in the car here and I'm getting ready to shoot. And I tried a couple of different filters on here. I tried a Indy 32 and an Indy 64. Both of them weren't dark enough to actually give me the shutter drag I wanted. I wanted to shoot at like 1 second, 1.3 seconds, something like that. So I ended up going with the Indy 1000 filter on here. So let's go ahead and shoot this time lapse, see how it does, and then we'll take off the filter and I'll show you what it looks like just shooting without a filter and just not having any sort of motion blur or shutter drag at all. So let's get to shooting. All right, now that we've gone ahead and seen what this time lapse can look like with the filter on, I've taken the filter off so that we can go ahead and shoot one without it so we can get an idea of what it looks like without the filter. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna drive back home and we'll shoot the time lapse along the way and we'll see what it looks like. All right, so I am back here and we were able to see those time lapses and yeah, they worked out really nicely. Now, I didn't really get a chance to use these filters here because, well, it was so bright outside when I first started out that I needed to use the Indy 1000. However, if I was just shooting regular video and I was just trying to get my shutter speed down to say a 50th of a second, and I wanted to make sure that I had that nice natural cinematic motion in my video, then I would use one of the other filter sets there. But because I was shooting a time lapse and I really wanted to drop my shutter speed really down or make it really long, where I was shooting at like a little over a second, I needed to use the Indy 1000, which did the trick for me. Now, on the way back, it wasn't an apples to apples test because on the way back, the sun started to dip. And you can see that as I was driving, as I first started out, the sun was fairly bright, but then it started to dip really quickly. And then once it dipped down, towards the end of the video there, you can see that the motion actually starts to smooth out a bit because now my shutter speed is getting much longer because I limited my, my ISO between 100 and 400, which kept my shutter speed from going too high. It made sure my shutter speed stayed nice and slow because I didn't have any ISO to boost up. So as I got towards the end of the video, that's when you can see that I really have that nice motion blur going on there. So yeah, anyways, I have to say, I like them. I like these FreeWell filters a lot. One thing I noticed in there is I didn't see any crazy color shifts and I didn't notice a loss of sharpness, which is one of the things or two of the things that you really look for when you're getting filters. And this Indy 1000, I'm loving this thing. I'm going to use this a lot. I kind of wished I had another one like an Indy 10,000 or something so I can get like 30-second exposures in the middle of the day. Something like that would be awesome. So anyways, there you have it. I'm gonna leave links to all these products down below in the video description so that you can check them out. I'm also gonna leave links to my Amazon page and my social media contacts so you can reach me elsewhere. And I hope you enjoyed seeing this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. And please subscribe to this channel. And follow me on Instagram. And I am Larry with Today I Feel Like. Thanks for coming back to see me. Come back and see me soon. And until next time, love, peace, and hair grease. Peace.